Tell me, is it whack up in the air? Rapping scattered off the gear. I can map him, yeah, yeah. It's like a tracker, get distracted, send him back like in the mail. Not a fraction of them real. Catch him lacking, run the drill. Running through the shit like a motherfucking day.
Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. On this episode, going to be working on the S13 and fixing the bloody heat cycle problems that it has, where it keeps bloody overheating in lineups and things. It's just a pain in the ass. It doesn't get super hot and then boil over, but it's just like too hot to keep thrashing it. I do anyway, but it does change the way I drift. When it gets hot, I start letting off, and you know, it'd just be nice to get rid of that issue. And so to do that, I just bought a Mishimoto radiator, secondhand off Marketplace, with some dual spal fans. And I'm thinking that this is going to definitely be a lot better than this, the radiator that came on it. So this was the existing radiator. It's a lot thicker, but it's not as long. Probably about the same size. Better brand though. This one's probably going to be off eBay. And also the main problem while it was getting hot is because this fan was just zip tied to the back of the radiator, just like that, pretty much, barely doing anything. So should get a lot better result out of the new system. I got a proper overflow bottle for it now as well, so I hooked that one up and then put it all back together. That's my main priority because Friday Night Drift's coming up, so I need to have that all nice and done for that. And then also I need to fix a couple of things on this car, like the tail lights. They don't work for some reason, they stopped working. Fix them, a couple other little bits and pieces, put that tacho in finally. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the wiring, because for the radiator to fit, it doesn't actually fit between the mounts that someone made up for the other radiator. They're sort of a lot too small. So I need to cut them and weld some better mounts in there. Dad's coming tomorrow just to hang out, so he's the best person that I have around to teach me. I'm not the best fabricator, to be honest. I haven't really had that much practice, so if he's going to be around, that'll be a lot easier. It's always good having him around too, because I can ask him questions and pick his brain for stuff. It's really good. And just hanging out with your dad, you know. So I'm going to start with the wiring and have a play around with that, see how far I get, and then we'll get stuck into the radiator as well. Super keen to get back out on track and drift this thing. My new goal is to try and I want to learn how to do the Scando flick, the Scandinavian flick. It's like the entry where you weight transfer and do like a drift before you start the main corner. Apparently if you do that, it makes drifting a lot easier, and it just gets you into the right rhythm and the right line. So keen as to learn that. That's my goal, to either master on Friday night or at Matsuri that's coming up. But anyway, let's get into fixing this car up so I can go and thrash it. Alright, so I've got the wiring figured out. Got it down pat, mate. So basically this switchboard here is as dodgy as you can get it, and all the wires underneath are as loose as you can make them. Don't know what the go is, but anyway, I just tightened everything, and the light switch controls your tail lights, your and then these two front lights, two little spotties that don't do anything. They're meant to like point outways so that when you're drifting you can see sideways. If I point them up a bit, they'll probably actually do something. This one here is actually wired into the fan switch, which means that this wire here is on the wrong one. So I'm going to change that over and just make sure that's hooked up where it needs to be, and then we've got the wiring sorted. Thank fuck it wasn't anything difficult, because it's just a mess. The tail lights work beautifully. So yeah, I got in trouble last time at QR because, yeah, if I was doing tandems it would be unsafe, 100%. But because I was going by myself, I don't see what the big deal was. But anyway, gotta fix it, and that's one thing checked off the list. Alright, for my next little trick, I'm gonna be installing this tacho here. I got it off the Marketplace, and it's pretty cool. It's got a shift light as well. Never had a tacho. other than your stock ones. And the S13 has this cool as Hello Kitty dash that's been custom made, which is JDM as fuck. And I'm gonna be mounting the tacho right there. I'm gonna just whack a screw straight in there. Pretty much everything on this car is done like dodgy as, so there's no real point in making it nice. It's kind of just one of those cars that gets thrashed, but that's gonna work out just fine. I'm just gonna mount it so it's just sitting on the outside of the dash. I could do it all nice and shit, but there's not really any point. And run the wires down through the vent down in here, and then wire it into this nice and tidy wiring there, which is going to be perfect because limiter and LS1 doesn't really go together. They don't really like it, as I found out in my video from a while ago, actually last Matsuri. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check it out. It's called the LS1 teardown, and you will see what happens when you give LS1s too much limiter. Pretty sure that's what happened, and it's not very pretty. Anyway, let's get this tacho in so I can avoid hitting the limiter. It shouldn't take too long at all. Alright, so we're in. That is mounted and the wiring's all done. And the light works. I didn't even test that beforehand. If I turn this around to 0, the shift light comes on. So if I set that right before the limiter, this red light's gonna blast me and I'll know if I'm hitting the revs too high. But I'm not gonna start it up right now, it's dark. Now I'll just start it tomorrow morning and we'll see if that works. It took me forever to Google search which wire to hook up the, what do you call it? Hook up the, like the signal wire to on the ECU. But thanks to a Rex from Lep Labs, he helped me out and told me which wire to hook up to. And now she's hooked up. Hopefully it all works. We'll find out tomorrow morning. See you then. Alright, it's the next day. Today's Tuesday. Still got a heap of time before Friday night, so that's always nice and comforting. I hate doing shit last minute. But this, yeah, we can just cruise on through and have a good time. Dad's down here.
Hey guys.
Helping out with the fabrication. So I got the front, what would you call it, bash bar off. That just bolts into the stock rails there. And the old one, the old radiator mounted to the bar. Yeah, I'll show you out here actually. This is the bash bar, came with the car. So we're just modifying this to make the other radiator fit. And we've cut off the old brackets. And we're just gonna mount to these brackets here onto, oh well you can't see, but it's gonna get mounted onto the bar here. And then we're gonna weld these onto the radiator, and then she'll be all mounted up. And it will be even better because the last one was on a crazy angle, like super sharp angle, and this one is more up and down, so it should catch more air and cool it down even better. Once that's mounted in, then we just got to hook up the hoses top and bottom and put in a reservoir, which I actually bought, surprisingly. I actually bought a proper radiator water, what is it? A radiator water recovery kit. How'd they come up with that? But anyway, I got an actual proper overflow bottle because the brake line fluid one, I don't think that was holding much water. Ended up getting empty every time. But anyway, so yeah, let's get cracking on that. I love the Mishimoto logo. It looks sick, eh? It looks like it's worth some money now. Definitely needs a clean though. Alright, so brought the radiator down to Kamikaze Motorsports here, and Hayden's welding the brackets onto the side of the radiator. Freaking legend. And I'm going to give him a hand bolting down his hoist because I got the drills to do it. Because I just did this not long ago in my shed. So, a bit of a trade-off happening. And yeah, we should get the radiator sorted later today. Sick. So just like that, now we have brackets welded to the new radiator, which is going to be nice and easy to install. Probably have to drill some new holes and cut it a bit shorter or whatnot and make it all fit, but going to be mint. And we're just finishing up bolting down this new hoist and should be mint. Gonna shoot home, try and get this radiator in tonight, and then yeah, hopefully we can start it up and test that tacho, bleed the system and get it all nice and ready. So just a little update. Dad and I have been mucking around with these brackets and got them positioned, got the radiator in there where it needs to go. That's as high as like straight as we can get it, up and down. Otherwise it bottoms out on the bonnet. To cut a piece out of that, but it's going to fit in there just nicely. Just prepared up the surfaces here for welding. Just going to use the arc welder because I've got MIG gas now, but I need to get the wire because the wire that I did get is the wheel's too big. So I'm going to take that back and get a smaller one, and then I'll be able to do MIG welding at some stage. But anyway, just going to arc weld this. Just going to tack it in there and then weld it up nice and firmly. Get some more surface area welded on there so it holds it, but it's not that much weight on it anyway. It's pretty keen to get it fired up. So let's weld. Alrighty, so got our brackets all welded on, nice and firm and secure. Alright guys, just got home from a big day at work and I've just come home. Dad's not here, he's gone, and he's finished it all. He's got it all done. The little ripper. So that's looking pretty bloody good there. I can see like the bumper bars like acting like a scoop, and it's scooping air straight up in there. So should be a lot better even with the bar on. But I'll probably end up having to take the bar off because it is a LS1 and obviously it's going to get hot. How good's that? That is mint. Sitting in there perfect. Got the overflow bottle. Actual pretty legit looking one now, which is nice. And the thermo fans are all wired in. So that's cool. And we got, oh yeah, he's just blocked off that. Because this, I had to reuse this, what do you call it? Might have to change that. So I'm going to start it up and test out the tacho that I put in the other day and just make sure there's no leaks or anything, but that's looking awesome. The brackets are fully secure and we painted that bar black, so when we take the front bumper off it's going to look a lot nicer now. Yeehaw! I'll put you at the rear so you can hear it when it starts. It's pretty loud. comes back when it gets really hot. Must be when the oil temperature gets really hot. We've got to fix that at some stage. Bloody LS. Yeah, it actually is a couple of water leaks. Have to change like the way this runs. I'm going to turn that over. It's ticking pretty loud. Man, those fans work so good. It's down to 80 degrees. It's never ever ran with the fans on like less than 100. So pretty keen to give this a go on Friday night. And I'm gonna have to get a different tacho because this one's reading like we're going full to the limiter right now. We're fucking limiter bashing it right now, and it's just on idle. So obviously that's not working. Yeah, probably get a different one. I should change this oil. I mean the boost gauge out and put in like an oil temperature gauge. That'll probably be smart. So I can just watch that. Look, the temperature's even coming down more. Lower than 80. That's insane. Yeah, I'm happy that the what do you call it? The radiator's all back in. Just gonna tweak a couple of things and then she'll be ready for Friday night drift. Thanks to everyone for tuning in for another episode. Hope you enjoyed us working on the S13, and I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment below, and make sure you also talking gets hard when you got a camera in your hand for some reason. Anyway, yeah, so make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Cheers, guys.